Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Today we are asking for an immediate message, something that you really need to hear about right now. And I'm going to follow through and look at how this evolves and pans out over the next 7 days. Now, at the time of doing these readings, I have to say, as I drew these cards, I kind of entered the wow zone, because at the time of doing these readings, today is an eclipse moon. It's an eclipse, a full total moon eclipse, a full moon total eclipse. And gosh, as these came out, I was like, oh wow, the energy here is incredible. So we're going to find out what message you need to hear right now. I'm going to draw some charms and some runes as well. So I'll hold the cards up for you to have a good look. Obviously, it's a timeless reading. So if you're coming to this in 2 weeks, 2 years, 6 months, whenever, the reading will be right for you if you have been drawn to it today, or the readings, because sometimes there's more than one. So let's first of all look at the cards themselves. This is for pile 1. Holy Grail. Pretty wow and dynamic. Holy Grail is for pile 1. So is pile 2. Pretty wow and dynamic. Crown Chakra Upgrade. This is pile 2. I think you can see why I'm in the wow and more wow zone. I mean, it just is incredible. And then pile 3, we have Earth Star Activation. This is for pile 3. Okay, now, next, runes and charms. So pile 1, your rune is the rune of flow. This is Lagos. And let me just put this here so you can see your charm clearly. We have a beautiful, beautiful little heart. It says, made with love. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, fantastic. Flow and made with love. We have for pile 2. We have Hagalas. Hagalas is the rune of disruption. It's like the Great Awakener. It's a bit like Uranus energy. Very interesting energy. And your charm is... oh wow, you have the Tree of Life. Wowza wow, okay. Then for pile 3, you've got 2 runes. You have the rune of Harvest. This is Jira. And you also have Uruz, which is the rune of Strength. So Harvest and Strength. And you have the Lizard. This is your charm. Okay, pile 3. Those are your runes and charms. Now, my beautiful souls, welcome everyone. I think I've launched straight into my wow and more wow zone, because the cards just were so amazing as they were coming out. It was just, it just felt quite mind-blowing. So I am so mega excited to read for you today. Now, welcome back. If you are returning, thank you so much. For those of you that check in with my readings week in, week out, thank you so much, all of you. And if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for checking out the Moon Magic Weekly Tarot channel. I post several times a week with pick a card readings. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you actually would like to make sure you do get the readings as soon as I post them. So beautiful souls, I'll leave the video running for a few moments. I will put the timestamps into the description box below so you can zap straight to whichever of the readings is speaking to you. It could be more than one. And beautiful souls, I will see you in a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the card of the Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek, made with love and flow. This is a powerful combination. Let's find out about a message that you need to hear right now. Communicate clearly. Okay, this is your first card. Seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Okay. This is interesting. Look at the way the colours are really starting to tune in to these purples and golds. Okay. So this is the crown chakra. Energy of the crown chakra. Communicate clearly. May we kindly ask for a card for my beautiful pile ones. I'm actually saying this one. This is rhodochrosite. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Really, really beautiful crystal. Let me just show this to you. I don't know why, I'm just really drawn to the texture of this crystal. And yet this one is smooth. Maybe it's something, I think something with rough edges needs to be smoothed out in your world. Made with love. Something needs to be presented with love, but it needs, I feel like the truth needs to be presented with love. The rough edges need to be smoothed. Let's draw your tarot cards as well to find out what is happening this week for you. Here am I saying what is happening this week, which I guess we are also asking, but the message you need to hear straight away, and what is happening this week, or how is it emerging? I actually suspect that your first message is to do with having to, it's not, as I said, it's not smoothing something over in a way that means you avoid the truth. It's speaking the truth, communicating clearly, really, really saying absolutely. It's like taking the highest position and speaking really clearly in a way that smooths the rough edges, but at the same time absolutely says how it is. That is what I'm seeing here. I think that is your first message. How this emerges this week is what I think your tarot cards are going to potentially show us. May we kindly ask for any more information about the initial message and also for guidance for the coming week. So we have the Page of Cups. And look at this, something that has been submerged, that hasn't been visible before, I think is going, or that was, I'm not saying it was in murky waters, but something from the depths is being brought up to the surface. And I think you need to communicate it very, very clearly. Even the Holy Grail look, we've got the cup here. I think you are bringing something up from the surface or to the surface, something very deep. Maybe there is a personal truth to speak. But it's also, I do believe you hold the higher ground here. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. How interesting. In your mind, I think the gates are closed. What is this about? We see you sitting in a garden that is full of bounty, loveliness, and yet are you closing a gate to something and you need to communicate this clearly? What is this? Let's get more information. What is this about for my beautiful pile ones? We have the Four of Wands. There's a coming together. So we have this wedding cake. Okay. Let's lay your cards out, see what we have. Ace of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. Yeah, talk about being guided, and look at the lights. It's like you're on stage, center stage, but you bring something to light. Ten of Cups, look at the black and white area, and then you have the joyous part, the Ten of Cups in the middle. And the Four of Wands. Do you know, I wonder if Smoothing off the rough edges, the Holy Grail. Let me continue before, let's see what else we have before I really dive into your reading. This is really, really interesting. We have the Devil, which is very interesting because we've kind of got what looks to be like a very happy family, and yet there's been something going on here. There's so many reversals and different things, so many layers in your energy. We have the 10 of Wands, so something that has been a burden. I think it can be worked with together. This is something I would say a problem shared is a problem aired, or whatever that saying is. You have the Death card. And then you have the 6 of Wands, the card of victory. Wow. Okay. Can we squeeze that in? Yes, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can get all your cards into view. It's got to be, everything can be squeezed in. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Right, pile one. Let us really unpick what this is about. Ace of Pentacles. See, this looks to me to be a hand of victory as well. I think that you are going to bring something to light. I think you're going to voice something that is real or acknowledges something here with the Devil. Acknowledges something that would normally be kind of hidden, or there's all sorts of images. These three images, 10 of Cups, the Devil, 9 of Pentacles, all of them have got these sort of like, it's like this sort of like this grey area here. Ah, I see. The grey area in this card is in the middle. I think there's been a presentation of something that all looks smooth and lovely. But actually, I think there have been a lot of rough edges under the surface. That's what I think. And I feel that you are the person who has almost like dived into this. Perhaps you are the person who has actually, you know, with the Holy Grail, you either have a piece of information or you have the ability to look beneath the surface, perhaps to hold the higher ground or to see through the surface of something like this beautiful wedding cake, and yet the couple here are in a darkened area. I think you are the person who has the ability to see something with real clarity. I think things have been presented. There's something that has been presented in a way that makes it all seem, in a way it creates there's a grey area here. And I think things have been presented as being really rather lovely when there's a lot more going on under the surface. So your first message is that you are the person who communicates this. You are the person who can say it and communicate clearly in a way that makes it a gift. I think you can create a seed of a new beginning through the awareness. I just think that you have a different layer of awareness. I think you're able to see into the grey area, you're able to see clearly, and you are also able to communicate clearly. Now, this has been a problem. It's been a burden. And I think either you have been carrying it or someone else has been carrying it. Somebody has carried the burden of this, of something that's been made to look lovely, but actually there's a lot more going on under the surface. And I think you are the person who can transform this. So your message is made with love. It's very clear. I think your message, your immediate message is that you do have the ability, dear one, to absolutely, I think you can speak this. I think you're the one who's either done the deep dive, or you've done some investigating. You're aware that everything is, maybe some things have been smoothed over. I think you have the ability to really voice something with truth and clarity. And in doing so, it relieves the burden. It brings something to a close that has been a real chain. It's held people back. I think it's stopped people from being a family. It's stopped people from, you know, there's all this sort of like grey area. It's, you know, and then in the middle we have this gorgeous, colourful family here with a rainbow. I think that the knowledge, the information, the grey area, the fact that something hasn't been voiced, this could even be like in a situation, and for some of you it really is family. We've got the 10 of Cups and we're seeing a family here. But for some of you, and the wedding, the wedding cake, you know, I think there could even have been an agreement made, almost, you know, like within families, those unspoken agreements that we never acknowledge what's really going on, and yet by not acknowledging what's really going on, we can't actually bring something successfully to a close, or maybe one person will end up carrying a burden or the bulk of something, and this can be shared with the 10 of Wands. You know, this can be absolutely, you know, this can be collaborated with, this can absolutely be shared. And I think this week you are going to see real success. And you will be, it's visible success, and people will see you and admire you and respect you for saying how it really is, for bringing this to the surface. Because I think in doing so, you sow a seed. You may already have said something. You might already have sown a seed. You might already have like raised something. It's like, hey, we need to look at this. You've raised it. I think this week, as this pans out, you will see, you will get genuine, visible recognition for voicing what you've voiced, made with love. And things can then begin to flow. As it is, I think things have possibly been stuck, or like people have been chained or tied into something that they were unable to move forwards. And I think because of this, and I think you step into the limelight, you bring something to light. Even with the microphone, you know, you're not afraid to speak it. Pile 1, wow, gosh, talk about tuning into eclipse energy. Obviously, if you're coming to this in 6 months' time or 2 years' time or whenever, we may not be in eclipse season, but nevertheless, the energy is around you of huge transformation. And it is interesting, that energy of that portal where the energy is absolutely primed for recognizing something from the past, how it's impacted in the present, so that we can then transform something right here and right now in order to change the future. And this feels as though you are very pivotal in this way. Pile 1, this is your reading, made with love. I think you can voice something with love, but it absolutely ends a burden either for you or for others. Something can move on. I mean, look at the difference between the Death card, where we have this, it's like there's been a skeleton in the cupboard. And suddenly it's out in the open, and you are respected for the fact that you voiced it. Way to go, Pile 1. Way to go. Thank you so much for being here. Do please let me know what's going on in your world and how this is, if this is resonating, how this is happening. I do try to read all of your comments, literally. Sometimes I miss some, but most of the time I pretty much do manage to read them all. I can't reply to you all because there are too many, but I do check in with them. So thank you. I really, really love hearing what's happening in your world. And, you know, thank you for your feedback. Thank you, all of you who give back through the super thanks. You know, I'm so grateful for all of you being here and supporting the channel, and that extra support, and through Patreon as well, and through the Moon Magic membership area here in YouTube. Your extra contributions really do help me to keep putting free stuff into the world. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, do subscribe and press the little bell icon. Hopefully they will come through into your stream. Tons and tons and tons of love, beautiful souls. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Wow, wow, and more wow. We haven't even started. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Now, because you have Hagalaz, the great awakener. I mean, wow, what are you being awakened to? let's just draw more cards before I dive into your message. I mean, you have the Tree of Life as well. Wowza. Let's draw your oracle cards. You have success. Oh my goodness me. I kind of want to say, I feel this, because this card speaks of miracles. It really speaks of miracles. This is amazing. I tell you what, I feel like just sitting in your energy and the energy of your reading, pile 2. I almost feel like something is, like almost in my solar plexus, I can feel like an expansion. Do let me know in the comments what you are experiencing, like right now. I'm just feeling almost like something bursting forth. The energy is really powerful in your reading, pile 2. Let's find out, what is your immediate message that you need to receive right now, and then we'll look at the week ahead. May we kindly ask about the immediate message. You have 2 cards here. Envy, and then we have Door to Romance. Ooh, this is very, very, very interesting. And can you see that we have what looks like a doorway? This is very fascinating. Gosh, you are expanding. Door to Romance. I'm going to draw another card first. Let's see, what is your immediate message now? How fascinating. Rhodochrosite. This card came out in pile 1. Now, my beautiful souls, if you were drawn to pile 1, I'm just going to say that I strongly recommend checking it out. There may well be an important message in pile 1 for you. Now, let me just do this. Now, make sure your camera is focusing for you. I am going to read to you, I think, from the book. Now, I didn't use the book at all with this card when I drew it in pile 1 because I knew exactly what the message was. You see, I think a gateway is being unlocked for you. Literally, look at the key here. Door to Romance. This could be a relationship reading or a love relationship, but the doors are being opened to you to something that is magical, golden. It's like being given the key to the city almost. And in this card, we see this beautifully polished crystal here amongst the raw crystals. I'm hearing diamond in the rough. Oh, that's exciting. And it's giving me shivers. Hearing diamond in the rough. Okay, let's read from this book and then I'm going to draw your tarot cards. Here we go. It's pretty much opened on the right page for us, near enough. Relationships, compassion, blessings, love, joy. It is through our relationships with others that we learn more about our own character. From a higher perspective, everyone we encounter is a reflection of ourselves, and the universe has placed around us the things that will help us expand our love and tolerance. We meet people we like and people we dislike. When we see what we consider to be positive traits in others, we align with these characteristics because we believe them to be good. Yet when we see what we consider to be negative aspects in others' characters, we refuse to see those same traits in ourselves because we judge them as bad. Yet the truth is that we each have those traits within us, either currently... Let me reread. Yet the truth is that we have each trait within us, either currently or in the past. Otherwise, we would not be able to recognize those traits in another. You are being urged to examine the traits you don't like in others, and rather than merely judge them as bad or avoiding them, look at what they reflect within you. Developing a compassionate attitude will help you realize that often the judgments we make about others are judgments we make about ourselves. All relationships are a mixture of positive and negative. They help us broaden our understanding of life and love and help us to see more of who we are. And there's an affirmation. I love and accept myself as I am. I love and accept the world as it is. Deep in my heart, I know that beyond my perceptions of good and bad, only love exists. Diamond in the rough. I wonder, are you being asked to see someone through a different light? to unlock your heart, door to romance. And the door to romance card could literally be about a door to love, rather than just, you know, it could be to do with romance, it could be to do with intimacy and an intimate partner, but it could also be a doorway to love, given the other cards here. And with envy, maybe you have been envied, or maybe you have envied someone else. Envy is often at the root of quite destructive behaviour in people. I'm going to draw your tarot cards and get more information. I feel you're flying high. I mean, this is like expect a miracle. And yet there's something, possibly something has disrupted. I think something, maybe you were on your way to something, to some form of success, and something has disrupted that pathway, and you're being asked to recognize it as, it's like look at it through a different lens. What the pathway you're on is growing, and it's not going to be, I don't think you can be stopped either. You know, in terms of your growth and your positivity. I mean, diamond in the rough. What if you had met somebody and they've sort of shown some characteristics that, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure about those. I think this might be a diamond in the rough, and that you could still come through this. But let's check out. Can we please have more information about the message that my pile twos need? 5 of Pentacles. Look at all these soldiers upright, and then we have someone who's wounded. I think the energy of somebody who, either you've been wounded, hurt by somebody, or someone else has been wounded. Yeah, there's a wound. A wound has been touched here. Right. Gosh, if you're starting a relationship at the moment, maybe a wound has been touched and it's caused you to retreat and sort of lock yourself away a little bit. There's a lot in your reading. This is a very deep reading, I feel. Let's draw your cards and see what we are shown. Let's get more information and also see how the week ahead is emerging and evolving. May we kindly have more information about this message for my pile twos. We have yet another soldier coming through. Gosh, maybe you have soldiered on in something, kept going. We've got 7 of Cups. Let me move these cards along. We have the Fool. We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords. 6 of Wands, lovely card of success. This also came out in pile 1. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Right. My beautiful souls, disruption, Hagalas, the Great Awakener. I actually think I'm going to put my psychotherapy hat on. If you're new to my channel, I worked and had a mainstream psychotherapy practice for a long time. I've always read cards, but before I started reading cards here. So I'm going to put my therapy hat on because this is a deep message for you. Right. I think that you have either right here, right now, or recently, but also historically, I think you have experienced, you've been wounded, and the woundedness is quite specific in this reading, actually. You have been wounded in the past by people who envied you. I think you have the most phenomenal amount of light, my beautiful pile twos, and blessings to you. I think you literally are in yourself a kind of a miracle. In many ways, you are the diamond in the rough. I don't think you have ever unlocked your own fullest potential in its fullest, most amazing way. But you are about to. And opportunities are coming right now for you to open and to open the doors to your absolute fullest and most amazing potential in any way that you choose to be. And I think this is to be visibly successful. You know, envy is an energy, an emotion that really keeps people, stops people sometimes from really, really shining. People who are envious can really be quite manipulative and cause people who could shine to feel like they need to step down or step away, or if they step into the spotlight, they'll be targeted, like it won't be safe to be seen. This is ending. This is ending. It's time for you to be seen. Look at this. It is time for you to no longer be targeted, for you to be seen, for you to be visible. You have in the past been wounded, and in whatever way, shape or form this has affected you, this is changing. Now, something has happened recently or is happening around you right now. I think this goes back historically. I don't think this is a new area for you. I think you are a majorly bright light. I think you have the most incredible potential to really, really contribute just by being you. And right now, this is your time. It is your time for success. This is your time to rise. This is your time to be seen. This is your time to move forwards without hesitation in the success of your own world. I think something has relatively recently happened that has felt like a drama or an emergency. And I think you've stepped up, which is amazing. But something really good is coming out of this. Even though it's felt like a crisis and you've had to sort of almost like step in and pick up the pieces, there is a silver lining in this. And the silver lining is that this circumstance is actually going to assist you in unlocking your potential and stepping up. Look at the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. We're seeing you move forwards to success. I kind of feel like something that it's almost like the envy of others can no longer hurt you. That's what I would state. You're the diamond in the rough, and it's time for you to step up, be visible, and really own your capacity for success. Strong, firm, amazing. Yeah, I think something has happened that has been very disrupting, has thrown things up in the air. Felt like a drama or a crisis or whatever. But you know what? There's a silver lining. There's this golden, I almost want to say golden apple. It's a red apple, but this is going to be fruitful for you. If anything, for some of you, this might have really firmed up what matters to you. You know, to the point where you can genuinely put your hand on your heart and say, I'm not doing that again. But I just feel this is unlocking. It's like something is being unlocked and you're going to be freed to move forwards. Absolutely freed to step up and be the most amazing you that you can be. There is something of real success that is coming to you. Miraculous energy. It's like stepping into your truest, fullest destiny at last. Something of that you will never be affected by envy or people putting you down again. I don't think you can be wounded by the same stuff or the same attitudes ever again. It's time for you to own your potential and not be afraid to. And I really do feel you can do so. You don't have to be like hidden. You haven't got to put a mask on. You can move forwards with absolute confidence. This is your message. Now, whatever the disruption is, whatever the immediate wound, or I think maybe there was a historical wound, you are now rising. 2 knights, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. You're rising. Whatever the circumstance, you're rising. But it has tapped into older wounds that go back. I just think you've kind of almost kept your light under a bushel. And now you're going to shine. This is actually a miracle. This is a miracle. Whatever happened, the disruption, even if it pressed some buttons, my goodness me, it's a miracle. It's going to unlock, absolutely unlock the key to whatever has been stopping you from visibly rising and owning the fullest potential of everything you can be. And I love it. And yeah, the psychotherapy bit, you know, envy is so disruptive. People who envy others often maneuver and manipulate circumstances. If it's in its highest vibration, envy is inspirational. If we own our envy, it's like, wow, I want to be like that person. I want that success. You know, I want that house, that car, that partner, that, you know, that life. And therefore we think, right, I really aspire to be like them or to have a life like them. What can I do to step up and achieve this? So envy can, in its highest vibration, be quite amazing. In its lowest vibration, it can really, really end up in behaviour that sabotages people's success. You know, you envy that person, so you put them down, you try to trip them up. You know, this is the kind of stuff that comes from people who live in envy. The irony is, people who are very, very envious of others and act in a very low vibrational state are very often people who lack their own confidence and self-esteem, and rather than stepping into their fullest potential, they sabotage the fullest potential of others. There's a whole complex sort of, you know, area around this. I wrote a book called Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness. I'll put a link to it below. It will teach you how to understand all of the most difficult emotions, or the most common difficult emotions, and how to activate them and use them as a source of empowerment. There's a whole chapter on envy, so if that is of interest to you, check it out. In the meantime, my beautiful pile 2, your world is changing. Now, let's ask about the week ahead. May we kindly ask about the week ahead for my pile 2s. Right, Judgment Day. Ta-da! Okay, so something is happening right now. There's going to be a shout, a call. You've got the Knight of Wands. Fast-moving energy. You've got the King of Pentacles. Ooh, look at you at the boardroom table. This is interesting. You've got the Empress, beautiful card of putting down roots, of nurture, of abundance, of success, of happiness. Maybe we kindly have one more card about the coming week, and then we will dive into this for you, my beautiful pile 2s. Maybe there isn't another card. I'm not seeing one coming through. Is that another card? Here we go. 9 of Cups. Okay. Right. We're seeing a party here. Right, and we're seeing people here. Right. I actually feel that, especially with the roots, what's below the ground, I think there will be some sort of judgment call. Something will be moved forwards and evaluated this week. And I feel that basically it affects more people than just you, my beautiful souls. That's what I see. You may even be called to something. You may be called to step up into a position of leadership. You know, we've got a progression here: the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King, bang in the middle. I think that whatever the disruption, you may be called this week to say something, to make an announcement, or to lead something, or share something. You know, there's this sort of red going on behind here. I kind of want to draw a couple more cards around this, actually. But I do feel that maybe you're the one that can be the strength here with the Empress. It's interesting that, you know, the putting down roots, to stand strong. I just feel that something is going to move forwards this week. There'll be some kind of a judgment or an announcement, or something comes to a head. I think it will move forwards fast when it does. So you may be called literally to step up, to hold a grounded position, May I kindly ask for more information? We have the Queen of Wands. Look at this. I mean, she is the Queen of Transformation. And what we see here is her, like a film set. Look at her pointing. I think with the Queen of Wands, maybe you are called to make a statement or, you know, like rewrite the script in some way. Knight of Cups. Very interesting with this penny farthing bicycle. Okay, I'm going to ask for more guidance, more information about this. We then have the High Priestess and we have the Four of Wands. Okay. Yeah. I think that you may find this week that there is some kind of a judgment call, or you need to, something happens. I think it moves forwards quite quickly, hence maybe Hagalaz. And Hagalaz is a card of disruption, you know, so something may arrive this week that you have to attend to, but it's like rewriting the script, standing up and being counted, being seen, having a voice. I felt like with this one, it was almost like going into battle a little bit, if I'm honest, with the Knight of Cups. But it's the Knight of Cups, so it's, you know, there's heart-centered energy here. And with this red, it kind of made me think of the energy of Mars. You know, but the Nine of Cups is a card of great satisfaction, actually, emotional fulfillment. It's about moving something to the next level, actually. That's what this is about. And then we have the Four of Wands. Maybe this is like the icing on the cake or the cherry on the top kind of thing, because I said there was a silver lining, kind of, or a wound. You know, a wound has been activated, but you step up. We've got visible success. There's been a drama, a disruption. I think the miracle that's needed will come. I think you might be called to step up, or to have to sort of have a voice or say something, to be that clear, that tree, to bring the strength to this situation. I think you are pivotal this week in moving something forwards. And this is very, very much in your favour. I feel that there is visible success here. I think you are. This is the miracle that comes from sort of almost feeling like you can't step up, you can't be seen. So I think something moves forwards here. There's an opportunity for you to rise. So whereas maybe you couldn't have been previously, or you felt you were the diamond in the rough, you couldn't actually have a voice, I think this week there's an opportunity for you to rise, to get going, to step forwards, to hold a position of power, of responsibility, to be seen, to be heard. You might feel a little bit, it's not like going into battle, that's the wrong word. I think you might feel a little bit like you want to protect yourself. I think the reason you'd feel like you need to protect yourself is because this is really new for you. You've never stepped up and been fully visible before. You've never stepped into the limelight because you've always been concerned or fearful of being judged, or of somebody's envy putting you down. It's that impact of the old wound. But my goodness me, I think there is a miracle this week, an opportunity for something that invites you to step up, to be centre stage, to direct the movie, to stand at the top of the boardroom table, you know, to kind of almost like, you know, to have the success that you desire, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. I think this week something comes through for you that is pretty special and spectacular, actually. And it's about you owning your fullest potential. And you can have this. I think this week brings something. But my goodness me, I kind of want to say, and if this is totally understandable, I kind of want to say don't wobble. Embrace it. You deserve this. It's almost as though momentarily, you know, because if you have been envied and put down, and then you get offered this incredible job or this incredible opportunity, and you launch for it because you think, yes, this is fantastic, and then you think, oh, can I really do this? Or what if it goes wrong? Or, you know, that there's like, I think that's what the red is in the background. This is success. I think something is coming to you this week that honours your success and honours the position that you can rise into. And I think it's an amazing thing. However, I think there's this underlying anxiety behind you that goes back to that wound or to recent circumstances that press those buttons. But I think something happens this week that really launches you forwards into your fullest potential. Wow. Pile 2, this is turning into a very long reading. Thank you for still being with me in this. But yeah, I just wanted to follow it through. And I do think this week is a week where you launch into the next level of success, of visibility, of being the most amazing, shining, fantastic you that you can be. This is like stepping into your fullest potential, and it's the start of a whole new way of being visible, being seen, and I think it's stunning and about time too. Wow, wow, and more wow. I knew these readings were going to be powerful, but my goodness me, pile 2. I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. Do let us know in the comments. I would really, really love to hear what's going on in your worlds. I do read your comments. I can't reply to them all because there are too many, but I do read them. I try to read them all. Thank you so, so much for being here, beautiful souls. If you do want to make sure that you never miss a reading, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon. Hopefully every time I post a reading, it will come into your stream. And I am sending you all the love in the world. Tons of love, pile 2. This does feel quite miraculous. It really, really does. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Earth Star activation for your first card. You have anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. You also have the rune of harvest, Jira, and the rune of strength, Uruz, and also a lizard, which is about the dream time. Now, I do feel that there is an immediate message coming through just with this little collaboration, but I think I will speak it actually, and then we will draw more cards to see what else we're seeing, because sometimes the rune of harvest advises that the harvest is coming, but not immediately yet. There's work to be done. Whereas the rune of strength also kind of, for me, this rune always lets me know that the universe has your back and that something will succeed, but maybe there is some work to be done. Slow and steady wins the race. Rather than being like a bull in the china shop, it's like slow and steady. Let's keep going. And the lizard connects to the dream time. And this card is about earth energy. It's about earth activation. And it is an energy that says this isn't a time to rush forwards. Like maybe you need to wait to be shown something, or maybe you need to go more steadily at something. So I do feel there is, or there are some messages already coming through about letting something unfold. Finding out a bit more, maybe remaining anchored, remaining grounded, trusting that the universe has your back, but slow and steady wins the race. Let something emerge, let it unfold. You'll get the harvest, you'll get your dream, but entering the dream time is very much also, the lizards are very much about activating your capacity to manifest through the dream time rather than physical action. So let's see what else we are shown here. May we kindly ask. Be assertive. Okay. Look at the way she holds although it's like a staff, it almost looks like a key. I feel there's another card from this pack actually. Let's draw a second card. May we kindly have, I thought there was, yes. Remain positive, be assertive and remain positive. This is about navigating something. Okay, what else do we have here for you, my lovely pile 3? May we kindly ask for my pile 3s. I think this is your card here. Angel of Love. Okay. Okay. I think the assertiveness is almost, for some of you, it's about being assertive with yourself in terms of remaining positive and not sort of allowing yourself to sink into that sort of, what I would call it, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to get the harvest. You have rhodonite as well. What a beautiful, beautiful crystal. I think I'm going to read to you from the book. They're very specific, these cards. So let's have a look and look at that. Oh no, wait, I can say that's rhodochrosite. Here we go, rhodonite. Achievement, potential, emotional balance, and open heart. You are well on the way to achieving your heart's desire. Beautiful. So trust and keep an open heart and mind. Life is always full of potential and you are always on the right track. So do not be discouraged by the recent setbacks you may have experienced. Keep quietly focused on all that you wish to create and achieve. Enjoy the journey and keep a loving attitude. Really remain positive. Where are we? Have patience and faith, and the universe will help you manifest your dreams. Something wonderful is soon to occur. Trust and keep an open heart and mind. Remain positive. I think that message I was picking up initially, the be assertive, was being assertive with yourself. I think it is. I think that was absolutely what's coming through. Be assertive with yourself. Keep yourself on track in your mind and be open to receive. Something that either you have felt it's been set back or it's never coming, or all of those kinds of internal messages, you're being asked to really, really hold the positive. Be assertive with yourself. Remain really, really true within yourself to the dreams that you desire. You know, get out there and create a vision board and bring in a really positive energy as if it's yours now. Let's, this is your message. This is, I think, the first message for you, which is this is coming. Have the strength to keep going with positivity. Treasure the present. Wow. Cards flying out. Let's look at these first before we draw any more. I mean, these have flown out first. Right. Gosh, I can see what's going on here. We've got the Puppeteer. Now, this is a card that is completely unique to this particular tarot pack. I do list all the cards in the description box below. So if there's any that you are interested in, and I put them in a comment as well. So if there's any that you're interested in, you can check them out. Right, the Puppeteer. Okay, this is making some sense. You've got the Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, both are cards ultimately of success. They are assuring you that success is coming. Now, this could be saying two things. One, it's letting you know that it's referring to something that's been going on behind the scenes that has interrupted your flow of energy. But your reading is saying, look, it hasn't stopped it. It's not blocking you. It may have caused a temporary blip. It may mean that your energy has been required elsewhere. You've had to attend to something you'd rather not to have attended to. But it's been caused by an external circumstance or another person. And it's kind of, I think it's left you feeling like, back to that, it'll never happen to me, or there's never the time, or I'm always picking up the pieces. Actually, you're reading, your guides, your angels, your spirit team are actually saying absolutely, clearly, unequivocally, your dreams, your deepest desires are on the way. You will get the harvest. Have the strength to carry on. Remain grounded, remain focused. Whatever has happened recently, it has not stopped your goals from emerging. Absolutely not. If this is indicating that for some of you, there's been this feeling that the universe isn't on your side because there have been blocks or problems or delays, or it just has never happened, please put that to one side. Have faith and trust. This reading is entirely about keeping you in a space of positivity, faith and trust, and assuring you that you will get what you desire. The Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles are an absolute affirmation of that as well. Let's ask about how the week pans out for you. Ace of Cups. Ooh, I think you may be offered an opportunity this week. Something that lifts you. Yeah, Judgment. Okay. There's a call. The Knight of Swords. The Three of Pentacles. Ah, okay. I'm seeing this. The Nine of Swords. And lastly, the Eight of Wands. Ah, this is lovely. Okay. Basically, I think what will happen this week is that something that has been causing like a break in your process of manifestation. I think there was a blip, external circumstances, something happened that caused either a delay or a diversion, or you've just honestly been thinking, gosh, the universe isn't on my side. Whatever that may be, the bit that has been missing, there's a missing link here, and it's going to change. This is going to shift. You're moving from that kind of dark night of the soul, it'll never happen to me, why isn't this working, to the Eight of Wands, where something moves forwards fast. So I actually do feel the Knight of Swords is a very decisive energy. And it's interesting because we see this person, the Knight of Swords, with a gas mask on. Have any of you been gaslighted? Yeah, when there was something, it feels like someone's been manoeuvring external circumstances. This will be a message for some, but not all. Maybe for some of you, if you felt like you got gaslighted by someone, you may actually find out, and you've been worrying about it, you may actually find out a piece of information and discover that actually there was a reason why somebody wasn't in touch, or, there's been something that has been worrying you. It moves forwards. Whether this is purely a kind of, gosh, it'll never happen for me, in which case I think you get an offer. Someone reaches out to you. And there's almost the potential for an announcement. And look at the hands here, just like the hand in the Ace of Cups. I think someone reaches out to you or comes forward, and whether this is a brand new situation that enables you to move beyond that place of doubt, or there's been something going on where somebody or something hasn't moved forwards, and that circumstance or situation, something directly related to that is offered to you, and it moves something forwards. But I think it will fill in the missing link. It'll connect up the dots for you. It will join, whereas it's been feeling like you've been trying to build something and then there's a piece missing. I honestly think this is going to move it forwards. So it will take you out of your head and into the zone of genuine action. So this is really exciting. Right now, your first message is be positive, remain positive, hold the light, be assertive with yourself. Do not let yourself go down that rabbit hole of self-doubt. And I think this week something is to be offered to you. I'm going to ask for a little bit more information. Let's follow it through. May we kindly ask for some more information about what is offered to my pile 3? Can my pile 3 know about it? Wow, and now you've got another hand coming up with a pentacle. I think this will be a genuine invitation of some sort. Like in the physicalness, the realness of your actual world. You'll be offered an invite or an opportunity. Something is to be offered to you, handed to you. If you've been waiting to move something forwards and you've been lacking the resources, then literally you might be gifted the resources you need or the assistance you need. Someone might even give you a hand. Yeah, somebody might come forward. But you are to be, there's a definite offer of something arriving. May we ask for more information? I am seeing this one. We've got the Strength card. Look at all the craziness going on. Like it's like an emergency room, and then bang in the middle, we see this beautiful connection being made here. Love. Bang in the middle of this sort of state of craziness, crisis, emergency. There we have a connection. May we kindly ask for a little bit more information, please. How does this happen? Temperance. Do you know, for some of you, there could be, I'm just seeing this, she looks like a chemist. There's chemistry. Something comes through for you this week that is really right. It is, it's like chemistry, or that, you know, when your eyes meet, or it's an offer that feels right, it resonates. It makes you want to commit. It's like you just know in your heart, this feels right. It's the missing link. It removes doubt, it reestablishes faith and trust. Yeah, I think there's something, and I kind of want to say you will know it's right because you'll feel it. You'll absolutely feel it. Hence as well, this beautiful angel of love here. You'll feel it in your heart. I would kindly ask if any more information is to come through. The High Priestess. Well, it's guided. It's as simple as that. I always feel like it's your destiny. Look at her on the stage. It's your destiny. I mean, for some of you, this could even happen at something like an event, a concert or a gig. But I do feel that you'll know there's like this chemistry, there's a match, there's a spark, there's a connection. Whereas up till now it's felt as though there hasn't been a connection, where you've attempted to build something but it's never quite been the right fit. Actually, there is a connection made. How lovely. Keep us posted, won't you, in the comments, pile 3. Do let me know. I do read all your comments. I occasionally miss some, but genuinely I do really go back through them. I read them, and I can't reply to you all because there's too many, and thank you so much for commenting, but I do read them, and it is wonderful to hear what's going on in your worlds. Yeah, this really is, something's offered to you this week, and it's like the chemistry is right. It feels right. It feels guided. It's like divine timing. No wonder you're being asked, you know, and it says, you know, you will get there. You're going to get there, basically. Slow and steady wins the race. I almost feel like this is the point where the sort of the tortoise wins the race. Something you've been dreaming of something comes in this week, and you just know it's taking you in the right direction. And I think it can then emerge quite quickly, actually, but there's definitely something that literally it fills that space. It turns this around, brings you back into a place where you feel like you know where you're going, actually. Wow. Do keep me posted, my beautiful pile 3s. I really, really do love to hear what's happening in your worlds. Super Souls, if you are... if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon. Hopefully the readings, as soon as I upload them, will come into your stream. And thank you so much for all of your support of me, of one another, of the channel, you know, and all of you who support the channel through the super thanks in the comments, just for being here, all of you. And I know some of you are on Patreon and support the channel through that avenue, and in the Moon Magic membership area here on YouTube. But thank you all so much. I am very humbled and honoured to read for you all. Tons of love.